it's a very complex picture. It will not be fair to say whether India is slowing down at this point, given, all the vagaries of economics. Would you agree with what Rahul Gandhi said?
Good evening, Shweta. Good evening to my fellow panelists and News9 viewers. I think there is a fact check required, and the numbers are very evident from 2014 to 1947 to 2014, 67 years, we reached $2 trillion of GDP. And I'm being very apolitical. I'm just looking at numbers. And from 2014 to 2025, we are now $4 trillion plus. So I think nothing much needs to be said. What we did in 67 years, we've pretty much done that in last 11 years, thanks to the growth of manufacturing and services sector. The government of India did launch Make in India in 2015, 2016. The lion logo initially did not roar the way probably we wanted to, but now it's roaring like anything. I think there is a complete fact check required, because our manufacturing PMI, which was on your screen, which is very healthy. It oscillates between 55 to 60. And interestingly, the world's factory, which is China, we all know what is world's factory. Their PMI, as we speak today, is below 50. So we are ahead of China in terms of the speed at which we are gaining. Now, with due respect to Mr. Gandhi, he's leader of opposition, I think what he needs to understand is that the structure of the economy, with services dominating, about 60% of our population being dependent on agriculture, whereas contribution of agriculture being low. That how was this structure built over all these 7 to 8 decades after our independence? The structure and the effort to change this structure, Shweta, to a structure which is primarily manufacturing, that is try and make it reach 25% as a contributor. I think that is a transitional process. It's going to take time. And I think we are gradually, the numbers you revealed are absolutely evident of what we are doing, whether it's electronics, it's defense, it's pharma, it's semiconductor chips. There are at least 6 semiconductor chip units in the process. And imagine when all of these 6 start firing from the engines, we would be in a very, very dominating position. Okay. So I'm not sure, because Mr. Gandhi must have been impressed by what BMW was doing within its factory. And probably he was trying to imagine that back home. And a very interesting point, Shweta, before I sign off and you go to the next panelist, is that so that I know that Mr. Gandhi has substantial investments in mutual funds. This is all in public domain, because you have to disclose as a member of parliament. Now, his investments have grown significantly over the last decade or so. And a lot of these mutual funds, they have invested in manufacturing companies. So how did these investments give those fantastic returns if these manufacturing companies, who are in turn, contributors to the mutual fund, have not grown over the last few years? So, there is a bit of contradiction also here, Shweta, which I see.
Okay.